Copyright 2000, Queen of Four, Helena Robinson. I'd much rather be smoke weed right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, Great Rising. All right, let me get some water. All right, we ready? Let's get it. Great Rising, Great Rising, Great Rising. Okay. Where we picking up at? Let me make sure cookies stay in the jar. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm feeling a little more Africana today. I didn't feel like no bra. I didn't feel like panties. So, but it's been really cool though. The vibe I've been feeling since yesterday's meditation. Definitely peace. I even went to bed early. That never happens. Great Rising, Great Rising. We're on Sacred. Oh. It's a concept piece. Yeah, people keep asking me for nose rings that are also necklaces and earrings that are also nose rings that can be a necklace. And I'm like, look. But it's cool though. You tell me, if you ask me to do it, I'm God enough to know I can. Sacred relationships, Great Rising, Great Rising. Sacred relationships, altar work, picking up on page 293, right? Sacred relationships. No, we're on sacred union, right? Sacred union. Yeah, they're close. Sacred relationships and sacred union. That's peace too, because so many of us think sacred relationship speaks to the connection we have to our lovers or our spouses. When sacred relationships, again, the gateway we just came out of, hopefully helped us to realize that we're in relationship with everything we interact with. We have a relationship with our car, you know. We have a relationship with everything we interact with, everything that relies on us and everything we rely on. And yeah, so it encouraged us to comb through those connections to find out where any toxicity is. Hold on. And that's room temperature water. There's no tea in there. Sacred union altar work. All right. Setting up our altar the same way as we have in the past. Mounting pictures on the wall above the altar. Suggested pictures of your spiritual guardian. A picture of your ancestor. A picture of your sacred self. Picture of elders. And picture of your contemporary. All right. So a baptism bowl for water, preferably wooden. Flowers or flowering plant representing earth for the sake of libation. Ankh for union of male and female spirit. Blue candle representing fire. Feather representing air. And the anointing oil for this gateway is white rose. The sacred stone for this gateway is lapis lazuli. That's peace. That's a stone I'm really fond of, in fact. It's a blue stone. Sodalite. In fact, lapis lazuli, just a fun fact, when you can look at a blue stone and see some brown traces in it, that takes the stone from being lapis lazuli to being or lazuli, depending on who you're talking to being sodalite. And the brown traces are actually just another stone, fool's gold, the one we commonly know it as fool's gold, but it's actually called pyrite. Um, yeah, so lapis lazuli and sodalite look the same except for the traces of pyrite, but it is a blue stone. Light blue, dark blue, a hash up of the two. Food for your ancestors is corn, rice, fruit, vegetable. Hold on, sis. I'm hot. I'm trying to figure out if it's temperature or if it's or if it's temperature. Great rising, great rising. Who that is just got on here? Sis, great rising. I had went up there to ship your package yesterday with $7. And folks told me I needed 13 for that box. It's okay. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. Yeah, and I got you and Kai something in there. You ain't got something in there. All right, so sacred tablecloth, blue, and scarf to wear during prayer. Sacred color cloth to lay before your altar, blue, and sacred instruments to be played as you pray. Place a collage of harmonious and fulfilling male-female sacred unions on your altar. A collage, she says. How many of us have a collage of sacred and harmonious male-female unions? Where's the book from? You say. Thank you, sis. Hold on. Give me a second. It's just gratitude. You know how that shit goes. You know how that shit goes. Give me a minute. Yeah, I know I'm a crybaby and shit. Just give me a minute, goddammit. Give me a minute. Happy tears because give me a minute. Happy tears because God doesn't look like what I expected. That's peace. It's peace that I can recognize God when for the longest time I could not. Despite being told, taught, conditioned, and even trained, some might say, to know that I was built in God's image, I still didn't know what God looked like. You understand what I'm saying? I give thanks that even though nobody told me what God would look like, I can still recognize her when I see her. And that's peace. Great rising, great rising. Great rising, Nisha, great rising. Shamika on here bullshitting. Shamika on here on that bullshit early. I love you, stars. I do. I'm thankful that the place of healing for a long time for me was the hospital. You know, the hospital is where you go to heal. And hold on. Lapis is good for catching snot too, as long as you don't let no cats out the bag. But yeah. The truth is, I thought spiritual healing came in a church, and I thought that physical healing came in a hospital, and I thought that mind healing or training, educational edification came in a school building. When I learned in my enlightenment, I've learned on my journey that we the people. We the people. Damn it, Shamika. I shall whoop your ass. Straight up. Let me go and get my tissue and shit. Fucking with me. Fucking around with the fuck around. Okay. All right, let's get this popping. Okay, serious. All right, here we go. Got one goal. Stay married. Stay married. All right. Keep the cookies put up. That's it. All right. I'm better. Shamika be on that bullshit. Okay. All right. Look. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I guess I can just say thank you. I was on Daryl's show yesterday. He's like, you got lipstick on your teeth. Bruh, if you don't keep doing your goddamn show, we don't stop no shit. The fuck you thought this was? Hollywood? We got a team of niggas that's gonna push pause on the shit and rush it. Nigga, we don't stop no show cause no lipstick on the teeth. Not cause no booger or cause we got gas. The show motherfucking go on. Shit, One Funky don't stop no show. The fuck? Come on, I'm looking out for you. No, nigga, look out for these people who watching your feed, bruh. Yeah. Anyway, you know how many animals they tested my goddamn lipstick on? I'ma survive. I'ma survive. All right. I always be wanting to say it's Lene Barnett, but I don't know. I be making shit up sometimes. I be making shit up. Tanisha said her middle name Sharice. I been like, she rise. She rise in the building. That's all right though, cause we know how this shit go. That's what I was just speaking to. My spirit has been cultivated, and it didn't take the church to get it done. And my body is healing, and it ain't with the help of a hospital, you know. Yeah. So I'm just thankful for y'all. I really am thankful for our. I'm thankful for all of this shit. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It really is the most beautiful thing. Like I said, there's so many of us don't have connections with the people that we see every day. And our online relationships are the online relationships I have force the people around me to stand up. Again, there are internet sisters I have that show my real life sisters how it's supposed to be done. Okay, don't send a prayer up for me. Bring your ass over for me, you know, and that's peace. We getting there. Yeah, I'm thinking this little nose setup shit probably not gonna work for me. Like, it's cute and a lot of other sisters like it, but shit, we gonna let that thing, we gonna let that thing swing. Yeah. Okay, we ready? Hold on, let me see. I do support the unk, but hold on. All right. So it smell stink? Stink? What it smell like? Trash? Oh, you look cute.
You look cute.
Thank you. It's my pajamas.
I love it.
Oh, my hair look pretty too.
Really?
Yeah, it look really curly. You just wet it?
I have to wear it every day.
Oh, that look cute.
Turn it to an afro.
Hey, y'all. What, you ain't late?
Well, you know, come see, comes out. You know we on time.
They said, greetings, mommy.
Greetings, darlings. I'll be watching y'all in 2 seconds. I'm going to play it on you.
You better watch Hulu.
I'm going to watch y'all.
I'm about to watch Hulu. Alright. She is so beautiful. She also be turned up. You're gonna text me at 11 o'clock at night. Don't go to sleep with the kitchen looking like that. Wait, what? Man, gone. You got grandbabies. Okay? You got grandbabies. You want to offer money and snacks and shit and trips. You want to call them first. When you want some shit done, you call me. Whoa. Whoa. Hell nah. I do. You know what? That's another reason. If we really are gonna read today, we really are gonna read today. Damn, some of us really are scared of the sex part of building. We really are scared. And when somebody say they want you as a sister wife, or they want you as a brother king, or they want you as a part of their village or their tribe, a lot of us be like, oh God, somebody's trying to give me the dick. I'm gonna have to eat somebody pussy. Oh God. Like, chill. Chill. It's peace. It's peace. Just relax. Like, contrary to what you believe, it was your mind that drew me in and not the pussy. Who knew? Who knew it was your heart and not your titty? What the fuck? Come on now. Come on now, fam. We got to grow. We got to know and we got to grow. I'm out here so knowed and so growed that a motherfucker might think I'm naive because I'm out here thinking, surely you didn't think this was no sister wife setup. I thought we was here to build together. Like I ain't, I be caught off guard when somebody do try to give me the dick because I really did thought you just wanted to heal. Like, they're like, Queen, I got a show. You want to do my show? I'll be like, yeah, baby, I would love to do your show. What's your show about? Hold on. Oh, you said you wanted to show me something. Nah, but anyway, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of building. Don't be afraid of building. Don't be afraid of building. Don't be afraid of somebody being honest too about their intention. There's a lot of brothers who they just want to give you a massage. You know what I mean? I'm upfront with you. If Say and I are interested in you, mind, body, and spirit, we'll say mind, body. We're interested in you, mind, body, and spirit. Um, Again, that don't mean we want to treat your body like a R. Kelly song, bitch. Be easy. Relax. Again, like I said yesterday, when I say your body, the protection of, it's a light vessel. Anyway, we're on Sacred Union. Great rising, sister. Great rising. Great rising. Great rising. Great rising. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, this is another outfit I got at the thrift. It's like a size 22. Like it's a plus size woman outfit. It came with some pants. They got this same shimmer on the bottom. I don't remember where the pants are. I cut them up for a headpiece and don't remember that was a year ago, but I still got this piece. You see the lotus woman and shit with the shit on her head, the crown. She ready. Anyway, here we go. Sacred Union altar work. Sacred Union, I'm very, 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 very excited about Sacred Union altar work. Sacred Union. Sacred Union eliminates toxic, dysfunctional relationships that destroy life. Excuse me if I'm emotional the entire time we're together today. The entire time we're together today. Yesterday, I spent more of the day, more of the rise and meditating than I ordinarily would. I had just come out of sacred silence, so I'm feeling supercharged in that regard. The last 2 days, the things that I have set my intention on manifesting have actually manifested. Um, I saw my sister Ashe Freeman posted a few days ago. I'm on the Facebook jail, so I can't respond. And it said, manifestation is real. I just don't think people get how it really works. And it made me consider how it really works. Because I've covered this before, and I've even taught this before. That intent is different than want. When you manifest with your intent. Now, oh God, I want that Mercedes GLK 350. God, I want that Mercedes GLK 350 with the hatchback in red. I actually do want the GLK 350. The thing is, that isn't how I manifest something, by continually saying what I want, what I want, what I want. Remember how our thoughts create our experiences, and there's a middle part we typically leave out. Our thoughts create our behaviors. All right, how you're thinking determines how you move, and how you move determines your experiences. All right, so your thoughts, peace and power, goddamn Barbara Shirley, and goddamn I be wanting to call her Trina. We here. Listen though, your thoughts shape your behaviors, and your behaviors are what shape your experiences or your environment. All right. So, when we talk about what we want, what we want, what we want, our behaviors are what? To say more of what we want, to get the things that we can get that we want already, to satisfy the want. Not the particular thing we want, just to satisfy a want, because that's what we continually speak. Want, 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 want. A manifestation is not a want, but an intent. Tina. I know. We need to start calling her Trina and shit. That's one of them new school bitches. Tina's an old hoe. Trina one of them new bitches. Listen though, my favorite example, and I draw this from my mother. Um, she used to have me drive her to work, and she still now. You see, if she running late, she take me with her as the HOV dummy. That's the high occupancy vehicle lane. You got to have two or more to ride in the fast lane here in Atlanta. All right, so if she late getting somewhere and she can't afford to be held back behind all that traffic, she'll ask me to ride with her. That way, she got a clear ticket to get there fast. Anyway, when I was younger, I would take my mom to work, the same thing just as I do now. And so I learned how to rush from her. I learned how to rush, I learned shortcuts and back streets and shit. I learned how to not go through GPS and do what the fuck your heart tell you to do. If you have to roll over a fucking Prius, do what you have to do, but get there. And now I understand with the same example the difference in want and intent. If you want to get to work on time and if you intend to get to work on time, it really is a difference. We've all done it. Left late enough knowing that we're not going to get there in time, but we have to because we're going to get a point or something, or this is our last time to be late or we're going to get fired, or this is the new job and this is a training and we can't be late. That means not only do I not want, I know I want to be on time, it ain't got a goddamn thing to do with one at this point. I intend to be on time. It is my intent alone that has the power to slow down the time in the universe, to move vehicles out of the way, and roads or lights that would not have been readily available happen to be. And that is the power alone of my intent. Because I know there is no other way. It ain't got nothing to do with what I want. I can't not be there on time. I intend to get there on time. I intend to have the GLK 350. When your intent, when your mind says, when your thoughts say, I intend, then my behaviors do it. So that means if I intend to manifest the GLK 350, I'm not just going to keep wanting this shit, living in the same pattern I'm living in. I'm going to begin to move in that thought. And when I move in that thought, my thought is to make sacrifices. I don't want to eat out as much anymore. I don't want to go drinking out as it. I don't want to smoke as much weed, and I don't want to shop every day. I'm making sacrifices. I want to make more, and I want to save more. I want to compromise and sacrifice so I can get my thoughts, my intention to have that makes me behave in a way so that I can, and that creates that experience. That's how you'll know the difference in whether or not you intended on manifesting or whether you want, whether or not the fuck you ever get it. If you don't have it, you didn't never intend on having it. You just wanted it. And want ain't shit, all right? Want ain't shit. When they say people in hell want water, want ain't enough. It's our intent. So moving on. Sacred unions, peace and power. I love y'all. I love you. 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 I know we're supposed to be on sacred union. I'm gonna say this again, and then I'm gonna get the fuck on. I love you. I'm thankful for you for being my sisters and for being my circle. I'm thankful for you being my safe place. I'm thankful because I didn't have it before. Thank you for filling a void I didn't know existed. I love you. This is just water in a cup. You know, I don't fuck around with the tea no more. I don't fuck around with the fuck around. Like, if people be like, you got cancer, Ife, you need some sour stop. I'd be like, thy cup runneth the fuck over. But today, while I don't, I am practicing no herbs, no medicines, no surgery. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see how that shit go. Alright. Hell yeah, I love y'all. Like I said, my it was my relationship with El Mayat Bay. You know, anytime I say El Mayat Bay, that's because when we get woke, we change our name. Yeah. Um, my El Mayat Bay family, you know, it's the real life deal. It's because of the way sisters on the internets have showed up that my real life family has to show up. That's real. Man, brothers on the internet edify me in real life, so a nigga on the street can't just say he my peace sister. Ain't no peace, brother. Ain't no peace until you've made it. All right. Sacred unions. Again, eliminate toxic, dysfunctional relationships that destroy life and create and support cleansed, honest, and harmonious relationships that energize one's life. Fulfilling, healthy relationships are the result of establishing sacred union. Gateway 8, sacred union will help you eliminate all blockages. Oh, great rising, great rising, great rising. All right, Gateway 8, sacred union will help you eliminate all blockages that prevent sacred union heart conditions, drug and or alcohol abuse, ulcers, fear, and anger. Spiritual exercises of ascension are to be performed daily for 7 days. The number for spirit. This will awaken your inner gateways of divinity. Okay. So that you may blossom to your full sacred center. Spiritual bath. Hopefully, while you're going through this, you are changing your intention is to make your mind healthier, your body healthier, and your spirit healthier. Hopefully, every day you're finding a way to honor your mind, your body, and your spirit. I'm not really sure why that's coming up for me in Sacred Union. I just don't want you to be fat, nasty, and unhealthy. I don't want you to be that way. I don't want you to be fat, sick, and nearly dead. I want you to feel like health. I want you to look like health. I don't give a fuck what size you wear. I don't give a fuck what pounds you wear or whether or not you still got loose skin from when you lost weight. I want you to feel good. I want you to live well, all right? That's what's important, living well. So all of these things, sacred union, sacred relationships, fucking sacred movement, sacred words, sacred silence, sacred womb. None of these things are sacred, which means special and whole if you aren't whole. So I just hope that you're doing something every day. It's hard to say, all right, for 30 days, I ain't gonna do no meat. It can be lunchtime and you be looking for a corn dog. Just go with today. By the end of every day, um, by the end of every day, have some negative confessions. Okay, how did you honor your body today? I didn't respond. I didn't respond to that toxic dick pic he sent me. I usually do. I usually just send back some hearts and some shit, some water splash emojis. But in order to honor my body today, I didn't. In order to honor my body today, I know I did have 2 cheese danishes, but I didn't eat the Krispy Kreme donuts that I wanted to eat. I started and I wrote, I was strong enough to ride right by. Give yourself credit for the things that you did do. Acknowledge verbally how you honored your mind today, how you honored your body and your spirit today. Do these things every day, the same way I would encourage you to tell your partner or your children every single day how they made you better mind, body, and spirit. You should do the same thing for yourself, all right? And I told you that's the difference in a $5 thank you and $1,000,000 thank you. Another example I use all the time. A motherfucker give you $5, you like, oh, I appreciate that shit, man. That's a good look, man. He give you $500, you be like, why you got me on show love, my nigga. But if somebody give you $5 million, you be like, well, I gotta suck your dick or something. Exactly. But when you give someone a $5 million thank you for $5 or for $500, it make them want to give you more. It make them want to give you more. Just like it makes praise and worship does that. It's like it creates a frequency of, well, shit, what else can I got? You start acting thankful. I'd be like, shit, what else you want me to do for you? In order for us to, hold on. All right. In order for us to easily choose us, we have to thank us and honor us for the choosing us that we already do. We do. And it'll make yourself want to do more for you. If I say, I'm really proud of you today. I'm really fucking proud of you today. Not only did you walk a whole mile, which ain't shit. Not only did you walk a whole mile, you didn't have any sugar. You said you wasn't going to smoke no cigarettes today, and you did. We're not talking about what you might do tomorrow. Today you didn't. Today you didn't eat sugar, and today you did exercise, and today you didn't have any cigarettes. And for that, today you got, you lit, and I love you. And when you continually do that, it's something on the inside says, tomorrow I'm going to walk 2 miles. I'm going to smoke I'm gonna not smoke cigarettes 2 times. And so that's peace. Hold on one second. Let me see what I'm missing. Um, I'm 3 months into Gateway Zero. I'm so proud of myself. That's peace. Yes, indeed, Rich. I see the difference in the menstrual flow when you change up everything. I'm around here telling people, you can stop those cramps, right? It's a fact. It's a fact, Jack. I tell sisters all the time, um, if I know your cycle is on, that's problematic. You know, that's problematic. I shouldn't know. I shouldn't smell you. I shouldn't be able to feel you. Like, I ain't got shit to do with intuitively. Be like, well, sis, when women get together, our periods link up and shit. I know, but how the fuck come I had 2 female roommates and well, these bitches was bleeding for 14 days and I was spotting for 2 hours. Yeah, it's a difference. I shouldn't know that your cycle is on. If everybody know because you stink, because you sour, because you're clotty, crampy, tired, and mean, it's the chemical reactions. Again, remember, everything that's happening inside of our body is a chemical reaction, a natural chemical reaction, but a chemical reaction no less. All right. We know that most of our bodies, the majority of our body is made of water, and we know that water is a chemical combination of hydrogen and oxygen. So that should make it very apparent that everything happening inside of us, so we're talking about pheromone or dopamine or enzymes or alkaline, it doesn't matter what words we're using, it should be very obvious to us at this point that this is a science project, okay? And so everything we put in is going to be some reaction. I don't understand how anybody would think anything else. It's almost like you are a bottle of water, all right? You're a bottle of water. And if you put soda in it, or gasoline in it, or nicotine in it, or anything else in it, you absolutely should expect to see some changes. Unless you are putting clean and pure water back into it, and we all know we've all done this shit with something too. You got a soapy bottle or old bottle you're trying to reuse, and you just let the clean water run in it until it runs out the old dirty residue or the old soap or old medicine, whatever it is. You just keep pouring the clean in. We have to understand that our bodies are the clear vessels or water bottles, and unless we continually pouring clean and pure in, yes, indeed, you should expect to see some reaction. I can't imagine what it would be like if we actually were in clear vessels and you could see inside and see the damage. I dare not say some of us, most of us, would probably be too ashamed to walk out. And you should be, because when I look at you on the outside, I love you enough to admit that that is exactly what I see. When I see you outside smoking a cigarette, it's snowing outside, my nigga. It's snowing out here. And you like, I see your inside. When you're out here talking shit about all the people who smoking and you don't understand why the fuck they smoking and you can't stand that smoke shit and all of that, and you sitting there sipping a Coca fucking Cola, yeah, I put fucking in the middle of Coca fucking Cola. I see your inside. Yeah, the same way I see mine too, family. A lot of it is reflective, so it's super clear to see. Girasol opal clear. Uh, mm, moving on. Great rising. Say. Okay. Say my cramps haven't stopped and I've been meat free for almost 6 months. Is there another way? Just like I said, it's not just it's not just the meat. It's the chemicals that we take in. Period. So find out what it is you're taking. Have you fasted yet? Like if you have, what's the? If I were you, what I would try to do is, since you know when your cycle is gonna come on, 7 days before your cycle, if I were you, I would fast. If I were you, I would try that. Like I said, depending on other health conditions you're experiencing, that will determine how long the fast should be or what type of fast. Like I said, if you're as small as, say, I would never tell you to fast on water for 7 days. I would say, like Ramadan, eat one meal and after dark. One light meal and after dark. Um, but yeah, I would encourage you to do that, just to see. But if you send me a list of everything you eat, drink, and take in, I can definitely help you. I can definitely help you. Um, I can definitely help you. I was vegan for 2 years, and gas was just say February 3rd, 16, so for a year and a half, 18, let's say a year. Okay, I might be getting fancy. Um, all right, hold on. Okay, beans. I'm gonna tell you that. Then I'm gonna read the comments. I was That was it. The hummus, the fucking bean burgers, the fucking lentil loaf. If it could be made out of beans, I was making it. All right, and everybody loved all my bean recipes and shit. I think this is amazing. You can do all of this shit with a bean. The thing is, it was natural. It was normal for me and say to have gas. Like we just be used to it. Like, and I'm not talking about just a little bit of gas. I'm talking about the type of gas where I know we couldn't secure no polyamorous relationship with this shit going on. You understand? And it wasn't until I went to study at Savannah Natural Health, and when I left Savannah Natural Health, there were a lot of things they taught me, but mostly he taught me that when you leave me, you won't have to call me to ask me if this is okay. You won't have to call me and ask, what do I think about this? He's like, when you leave me with just a skeleton, with just the blueprint of what it means to be natural and whole through nature, you will know without a doubt everything that you should and shouldn't do. And I'm telling you, it's been amazing because he was absolutely right. Okay, say yeah. Okay, so you're gonna do both. Let me know, and I will. Let me know, and I'll fast with you again. But there was some foods that I naturally knew I should eliminate. This is not to say what anybody else should fucking eliminate, but what I should eliminate. And I immediately and right away stopped eating beans, all the way and completely. Nobody had to teach me or tell me. My spirit and my body said no. I learned that one, I should be in communication with my spirit, not my stomach. All right? I should be in communication with my gut, not my stomach. If my relationship with my stomach consists of it making a loud enough sound for me to be like, brr, like, oh, I think I got a shit, brr, oh, I think I need to eat, that is not a healthy relationship. As I learned from him, if my heart made a sound or my liver kidney made a sound, let my uterus cry out, and I'm going to be sitting in somebody's ER. But our stomachs do it all the time, and it is just as dangerous for this to be happening. And we're like, business as usual. When I started to think about beans, because that's what I would eat mostly, and I think about beans, and I'm thinking, not only do some of them I have to soak for 2 days before I can cook them, right? But once I do, what happens to that? Like, I soak them for 2 days, then I cook them for 2 hours, and then they still firm enough. So when it gets inside of me, what happens? I wonder if it's still sucking up all the water the same way it did in the pot. Would your grandma say, put some more water on it? I wonder if it's dehydrating me the same way. And if we don't drink enough water, remember our body will begin to suck water, or because we're made of it, our body will begin to suck the hydrogen and oxygen compounds that it needs from other things in us. That's why a lot of women who are dehydrated, especially when they're pregnant, experience cramping and toothaches and things. Your body is pulling the nutrients it needs from wherever the fuck it can find it. Hold on one second. I see I'll be missing your comments and shit. Yeah. So when I stopped eating beans though, and it for me it was immediate. It wasn't like I'm gonna wean myself off of that shit. I'm like, I'm not eating the beans, point blank and period. Nuts and beans, I'm minimizing. The nuts, minimizing. My minimize my family will tell you I don't want an ounce of nuts. I'll take five almonds and shit. And I stopped the beans. Say didn't even realize it had happened until like I think yesterday or the day before. He was like, "Man, it really has been a long time since we had beans." Yeah, it has been a long time since we had beans, and it's been a long time since we had gas, and it's been a long time since we had so funkified. Listen, it's been a long time since we had to torture each other in that way. So that's peace though. That's peace. Let me see what y'all got before I'm going back to the book. Okay. I saw old pictures of you and new pictures of you, Janice. I remember when I first started trolling your page. Since we be transparent and naked and shit. I remember when we first started trolling your page. I actually thought that was one of the things you would ask me about. I was like, she gonna ask me about weight loss. I actually told say that too. Yeah, she gonna ask me about weight loss or healing or yeah. And I only figured that from maybe it was, I'm not sure what would have made me feel that way from the pictures. Maybe the time frame. If I see someone who's fucking small, let's say in 2015, and then 2018, you goddamn got an Ife thigh on you and shit. And you're like, look at here, goddamn, you've been eating good. You've been eating good. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, you know. Because if I see somebody was petite in 2000, petite in 2000, and they got the Ife thigh in 2018, my first thought is they grew up, you know. But if they were petite and it's only been 3 years, and it's not me being judgy, my first thought is what trauma have they experienced? And yeah, childbirth sometimes is trauma. Let's be real. This is motherfucking done ripped your whole body open, got your ass open from the nook nook to the badunk dunk, and you talking about that wasn't trauma. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's also traumatic. Our birth experiences just they aren't happening the way they were naturally designed to, and so birthing is very, very traumatic. All right. So I'm thinking, yeah, the trauma of being pregnant, the trauma of having a baby, divorce, fucking layoffs, foreclosures, all of these things contribute. But I always know I feel like what trauma has happened. Anyway, I was waiting on you. I love you and shit. Let's get the fuck free together. I love you. And I'm ready. Yeah, I saw us healing together, and as we healed together, your weight fell off, and you don't even have a lot. You look goddamn good with them, be honest with you and shit. But yeah, in the vision that I had, it came off. Like, it happens. It happens. You know, it happens. I don't think we realize how much of our weight is not even our weight. Like, I'm sure that this right here, when I put on my pants, and I know y'all know, we ain't fuck around with the fuck around. We can be real. When I put on my pants and my stomach is divided, and I have a lower pouch and I have a top pouch, when I have an as above and a so below, and I do in my mind, I know that this as above is all me. This so below is the stress. The so below is the depression that I carried with me throughout this past season. And I didn't even realize that I was depressed. I didn't realize I was emotionally eating. I thought I was okay. It wasn't until I began to heal and began to lose a little bit more of the bottom pouch and lose a little bit more of the dark feelings and the cold, shady feelings that I began to realize, oh shit, I was depressed. But a lot of the weight we carry is not ours. Be like, oh, that's just baby weight from the pregnancy. That's baby weight from the pregnancy. See, I conceived a relationship with Say, and I nurtured it, and I cultivated it, and I grew it. And for 10 plus months, it pained me to grow it, but I did it because I knew the beauty in the end. And then I birthed it. And so now I have this beautiful baby. I really do. But I also have the weight and the stress of building it that I have to shed. All right, that's peace though. I know that all of the weight is not mine. So what's of me, I'll keep, and what is not, I'll give back. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep on. See, I have sickle cell. Yeah, I have sickle cell. That's peace right there. That's peace. Like not having sickle cell, but that I knew, that I knew that there was something for us to fix, something for us to heal, um, and that's peace. Well, oh shit, I don't be remembering how I phrase things. I'm just thankful that y'all asses love me. Hold on, got an email. Okay. All right, so we haven't gotten anywhere, but we're on page 322. Sacred union will help you eliminate all blockages that prevent sacred union. Heart conditions, drug and alcohol abuse, ulcers, fear, anger. Spiritual exercises of ascension are to be performed daily for 7 days. The number for the spirit. This will awaken your inner gateways of divinity so that you may blossom to your full sacred center. Any of us roll out of bed and the first thing you do is look at your phone? I know that. Hold on, Dad. Hold on, Dad. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to stretch my legs without letting the cat out the bag. Yeah, so any of y'all look at your phone first thing you turn over. Not just to silence your alarm and shit, but you actually do this right here and pull the screen down so you can check your notifications. By habit, you do this. It's one of the first things you do. By habit, you do this, all right? Some of us have a habit of locking the door. We can go out in the middle of the day and walk out with somebody, and when we come in, we lock the door and they ass be locked out. And it wasn't on purpose. We're just accustomed to locking it. It's what we do every day. It's our routine. It's our ritual. So it's not what we do naturally. You have to incorporate sacred woman practices in a way that they become natural to you. in a way that they become natural to you. There is no way I could go a day without meditation. Even if I said consciously, I'm going to consciously choose not to meditate today, I'm going to catch myself meditating anyway. Like you fasted before, said I ain't gonna cuss today, then you be like, shit, oh shit, oh I forgot, fuck, shit. Oh. Yeah, the things that we're accustomed to. It's important that if we really consider that everything, it's the reason I never tried cocaine. Tried weed one time, was 14 years old and fell in love with it. Was so high, I went and walked off the back porch. It was 3 steps to go down. I missed all 3 of them bitches. Sprained my ankle. High as giraffe pussy. Ankle fucked up. I loved weed. I loved weed. I remember I was 22 the first time I got a drink. It was my 22nd birthday, and somebody was like, you don't even drink? You don't even drink? And I'd be like, I went to drink on my 21st birthday. I went to a club to drink. But because my birthday fell on it wasn't midnight yet. So I was going to the club and it was 10 o'clock, I'll say, and I was 20. So they wouldn't let me in. And I'm like, he wouldn't let me in. So me and my friends were so blowed, we got weed and went home, and I didn't think about drinking again. I only wanted to drink because I was turning 21, and that's what you're supposed to do. So I was 22 and I had my first drink. And somebody brought me, I'm gonna be real, okay? I was like, bro, bring me back some, I was smoking mint Optimo back then. Like, bro, bring me a mint Optimo. He like, you want me to bring you something to drink? Like, yeah, bring me whatever you drink. Okay, so he came over and he had I want to say he had an ice house or Bud Ice. I just remember ice was in the name. And I smoked my little weed and he gave me the little ice house. And I never had a beer. I thought it was funny, you know. But I looked at it and shit and struggled to open it. Then he helped me by opening it with the lighter and shit. Laughed at me. He could tell that it was my first time. And I drank that beer. And all these nicks I done bought. Bro, all these nicks I done brought, and I could be getting fucked up for 99 cents. And immediately I was like, I want to get the beer. I was up there at the that was before they did Sunday sales. I was hurt as fuck by the time I walked up in there on the Sunday, and them niggas had put the chain on the goddamn thing. I was like, all my little nicks, nigga. I had stopped smoking weed for like a whole 2 weeks. I go up there to the store with my $5. See the weed man like, I'm delivered. True shit. True shit. I started to smell beer coming out of my skin. You know what I mean? I was at work and I went outside on a lunch break and I was just walking around talking, you know, to my friends like we normally do, walking and talking, and I could smell beer. And when I actually said, damn, I think I smell beer, somebody like, that's you, Shawty. So like, yeah. That's you, Shawty. You been smelling like that shit for a couple of days. And I was like, oh. And I stopped. But at that point, I had I had 2 examples of how I responded, how my melanin, how my carbon attached to the chemicals in THC, and how my carbon attached to the chemicals in alcohol. And it's a marriage. Melanin love power. Power attract power. You know, you see somebody powerful, you be like, God damn, bro, what's up with you? It's the same thing. Our carbon, our melanin, motherfuckers gonna tell you all kind of shit. They don't want you to talk about it. Listen, the truth is, you know how powerful your shit is. You feel it. That sensitivity you feel, the empathetic, the compassion. Your people have felt it for a long time, all right? That thing in you, that chemical in you, it attaches easily, all right? It attaches easily, especially to things that are large and influential. And so when I saw how easily I could get addicted to beer or how easily I could get addicted to marijuana, I knew early I should never try cocaine. I knew early I should never shoot nothing up. You understand? But all of this was to tell you about habits. All of this is to tell you about habits. If we consider before we make any move that it could easily be habitual, it might make us slow down some. All right, if you could look, when you see a new restaurant coming, I remember this restaurant called The Cookout just came out of nowhere, and then it was everywhere. And so you never heard of The Cookout. Well, I'm in Atlanta, some of you be like, we've been having a cookout. Okay. You ain't never heard of In and Out, you know, because that's on the West Coast and shit. If you ain't never heard of it, ain't never had it, don't go get the chemical, don't go looking for the additive. And let me tell you about these vaping cigarettes before we move on. Besides the propylene glycol or glycol that they have in their motherfucker, they also have nicotine, and they are the the e-cigarettes are not mandated by the Food Drug Administration. You know the FDA is already trying to kill you and will let shit go through. They don't want to have shit to do with it. They haven't said anything about it. All right? They haven't said anything about it. These things haven't been tested. People are dying from lung inflammation. It says that I read something that says between 2011 and 2015 there was a 900% increase in children in the use of e-cigarettes. Before, where you had some children smoking cigarettes where they'll sneak behind their mama back and they hit it and that smoke in the lung, they and then they quit. Now it's a smooth flavored e-cigarette. So children as young as 7 are smoking your e-cigarettes and they're addicted. And there are high school students who are trying it because there's no odor. So it's easier to try, it's more available, and they believe it is safer for them, and it's killing them. It's causing lung inflammation. Remember, we're still chemical reactions. And there are lots of chemicals in there that haven't been tested, and this shit is supposed to turn a chemical into a vapor so that you can suck it in. Come on, family. Save your goddamn selves. Save yourselves. Anyway, I say all this to say we're continually stepping into things, people, and places that create habits in us. I think that it's time for us to consciously step into things that create good habits for us. And sacred woman practices, rituals, and rites are things of the sort. So when you're doing your spiritual baths, which I don't do, but I encourage you, if nothing else, to create a ritual or to create a pattern so that you can get your mind, body, and spirit ready to heal. And if I sound like I'm rushing, it's because I'm watching our time. The THC pens too. That's the thing. I know that when I took progesterone shots, I had delivered 3 babies prematurely. All right, I had delivered 3 babies and hadn't even gotten beyond 25 weeks. When I was pregnant again, they suggested I take progesterone shots. They said it's a steroid shot will come to your home once a week and inject it into your butt, and that is a steroid that's going to help speed up the growth of your baby. And this is necessary because the way your body has been, at every pregnancy, you deliver sooner and your babies get smaller. So if we just follow the pattern of your body, the presumption is this baby will be earlier than your previous babies and smaller. And so in order to help you and to help your baby, we offer you this progesterone steroid shot that will speed up the growth of your baby. Your baby will have more weight so that your baby can sustain its own body heat when it's born. Your baby's lungs will develop faster so that your baby can breathe on your baby's own. And I took these shots even though it was a test drug. It was a test drug. My baby still came much earlier and my baby came much smaller. All right. The thing is, it was still a test drug. And you see these things where they'll tell you the IUD was a good ass idea 5 years ago, and now they're on the news talking about the IUD breaking off. If you have got senioritis, lupatitis, and meningitis, call us because it could be the medicine. Listen, and now here we are, continually signing up to be test dummies. We can't trust the oil. Fuck no, we can't even trust the plants, sis. We can't trust the soil that the plants is coming up in. We definitely shouldn't trust the oil. It's hard for me. I love to smoke weed. But no, matter of fact, true story. I had some oil from a while ago, right? Won't say how I came into possession with it. Won't say why I still had it. Won't say how it came up missing, who refound it again, or who I was with when I found it and decided to roll that shit up. But it had become, what was initially oil had become like a wax. I lost it in the car, so it had been in heat and been in cold and back and forth. And when I found it again, it was like a wax. And you know me loving weed the way I do and loving high the way I get high. I was like, I can rub this on my gums, or I could smear this on the cigar. And I smeared it on the cigar. Then I went a little in there, and I twisted that thing up. And regardless of the fact that I had smoked probably 3 or 4 blunts that day, it felt like the very first high. You know how it be when you ain't smoked all day, that first blunt, or when you ain't smoked in 2 weeks because you wait on a paycheck and then you smoke, or you been on vacation, or you was on a job thing, or you was on a church retreat, or whatever the fuck. You know how the first blunt, the first high is so much different. I don't even get high no more. Now I smoke because there's a fetish, there's an addiction, there's a habit. But this time I smoked and I was batshit high again. Half the blunt. I don't tap out blunts. I'm not a tapper outer. Ain't no coming back to that. But I ended up putting this out. Now the person I was smoking with, lightheaded, woozy, slurred speech, can't walk, sweating at the brow, all of this. Listen, this shit ain't peace, fam. This shit is not peace. And all I could think about was, damn, I can't wait to get back to that other piece. Yeah, it's not safe, fam. It's not safe, but they wouldn't tell us until much later. You know, they wouldn't tell us until much later. But again, I charge you to consider yourself, had to visualize yourself as that water bottle. As that water bottle. And if you just like blowing some chemical steam in, and you put the top on, what do you think it looks like? How long before you think it's peace again? What about the actual bottle? Do you think it's still just as pliable as it was? Or if you and put the cap on it, do you think it's lost its pliability? It's not even soft and can move the way it used to move. Some of these things, like I said, I don't know them. I haven't studied. I just have to know that if you God enough, that they've tried to kill you every way. You're so God. Your ancestors couldn't even wear their hair out because a nigga was like they braiding maps in their head. You that God, they've been trying to kill you from the rudder to the tudder, like my grandma say. Like Pop taught me, from the womb to the tomb. You think there's a single thing that they would introduce to you to enhance your life? You think there's a single thing that they want to offer you to increase your longevity? Fuck no. Fuck no. Let me tell you again, it's like when you're in the movies and you watch and they got one woman or one pregnant woman or one golden child, one person or one entity that everybody has to collectively protect because this is the key to the future. And so every time somebody come around, you want to know who they are, who sent them, what business they have, how did they find out you were here. You want to know everything. It doesn't matter if it's a man, a woman, a cat, a dog, a child. Everything that comes around you question because you know you have to protect the future. You that. You that. The fuck you not asking no questions? Why the fuck you not doing no research? Why the fuck you don't say, I know I'm the golden child. I know my womb is the heaven, is the sacred place. So every fucking thing that come to me gotta be checked. A nigga can't say hello to me and get a hello back without me first assessing some shit. Be like an Iron Man scan, goddamn. I know goddamn everything. I know your facial structure, nigga, where you from, your blood type, your mama's line, and all of that shit. Before I be like, oh, okay. Peace, king. Peace, king. Yeah, we have to protect ourselves in that way. And I don't believe that the e-cigarettes are to help us, you know. I don't. I believe, like everything else, it's easy money for them. Remember, prostitution used to be illegal because the government couldn't tax pussy. You can't get a certain percentage off me. You don't know how many Johns I've been with, you know. And now that they can tax the pussy, they got brothels, okay? And alcohol was illegal. You seen life, niggas was getting years and years for having moonshine in the trunk. And now that they can tax it, they have liquor stores, package stores, and if you live in the white area, they have spirit shops. Weed and everything else. These things are illegal as long as they can't track them, control them, or tax them. But once they can, they aren't ours and they aren't safe for us. All right. So just be mindful. Be mindful. Like I said, I know we've built some habits. We got some addictions and shit. Some things that we're accustomed to. Some things we love, and it's hard to let go of. And weed is one of them. Weed is one of them. But understand that even that is by design. Even that is by design. Understand that long before you ever smoked your first weed or your first nicotine or your first THC, understand that there was somebody who knew exactly how your carbon would respond to it, and they waited for you. They waited for you. So they happy as fuck to see you. ABC Spirits. Package store. Alright. Only in the hood, that bitch just say liquor. Check cashing. Alright, we sell EBT. Alright, it's been right at about an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Plus, we haven't really done much on sacred union. I guess that's peace because I feel like ultimately today we talked about the union we have with ourselves. Alright, the union we have with ourselves, which again is sacred relationship. Your relationship with yourself is as primal as the relationship you have with your mother. Alright, the first relationship. The first relationship. You know, heard your grandma be like, the tail gonna follow the head, as go the head and so do the body. If you are not careful to cultivate, protect, clean, and honor your first relationships, if you are not in a position to first learn from. Like, I understand sometimes your mama just toxic. You can't fuck with that bitch. I know. The thing is, you learn from it. The same way some people have toxic mothers and they learn how to imitate it. You have to learn how to be the complete opposite of it. But still, you have to have learned from it. You have to have something from your first and or primal relationships. So the sacred union with yourself is first and foremost. So we did at least cover that. All right. So tomorrow we're gonna pick up. Wait, what's tomorrow? Yeah, Friday. Tomorrow, spiritual bath, altar, opening the gateway. Hold on. I really want to get on and on and on and on. Yeah. Tomorrow we're probably gonna pick up on page 326. Sacred unions with the Creator, sacred unions with self, sacred unions with our mate. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's been a year, y'all. It was June when it was June of last year when I was in sacred relations, sacred unions. And I decided to start over. And now here we are again. Yeah. The getting has been good, family. I love you. I'm thankful for you. I really am. All right. Nukpu nukuku kamiku kimamik zeparu. In ha nuk au em inu amuku. Yeah. I know because I always say we've been together for 9 years. Because the truth is, we've done this before. The times that him and I have meditated together have been proof to me that him and I have done this before. It's easy because we've seen this ending before. Anyway, so our 9 years were all into the first 9 months of us. But absolutely, I remember that because he's the marker for this. I was learning about sacred relationships and the power of a sacred union and how to honor one, and it was my 3rd time going through, and I wanted it, but more important than wanted, I had learned truly the power of manifestation, and I intended on having it. When everybody told me that based on what I was describing in a man, it's not realistic, I'm not gonna get that. Like, I actually wrote on the list, he should be a grand man and say as a grandfather. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's peace. But yeah, so it's real. It's definitely real. It's definitely real. My sacred relationship, my sacred union stepped into my life, when I was ready. So I'm excited. This is some good shit to me. Some good shit. Plus, it's only one left. And we'll be finishing up, just as the universe has it, we'll be finishing up in time enough for us to be linking up for our retreat. Which is at GoFundMe.com/Ife Asad Power Hours. I can't promote it yet, family. I'm still in jail for another probably 5 or 6 days. I don't fucking know. I'm losing count here. But I love you, and I will see you all soon. Peace and power, y'all. Peace.